All right, guys, a lot of you pointed these out on eBay and also on Amazon that Brady's come out with a new locking system. They call it the SafeKey. I had not heard of it. So again, for those of you who bird dog stuff like this, I really appreciate the tip. Anyway, this is designed as a lockout. Let me see if I can get it. Just came in today. It was actually back ordered for quite a while. And it's not the right color, but anyway, I ordered a silver one. I don't care. It's just, that's Amazon for you. Anyway, here's what the key looks like. It is a very cool looking key. It's almost like it's a vertical slider lock. And yeah, very cool. It looks like, if I'm trying to look at these cutouts, looks like it's only going to go in one way. My guess would be like this. And I would be wrong. How about that? Here, it does go in like that. So it won't insert. Let me push really hard. It does. It kind of partially inserts the wrong way, but something stops it. All right, so it slides all the way in, and notice that little cutout there. That's for a reason, it looks like, because, assuming this is going to work. Here we go. So it does turn, and we do get an open. It is ball bearing, so we're not going to be shimming it. It does look like it comes apart. Yep, I see an Allen screw down the side of there. So just like other American-style locks, there's an Allen screw that holds this little plate on the bottom. I noticed that when that key went in there, it really drags. And I think that is because, let me grab a probe. There's a chunk of rubber. Yeah, there's a weather shield of some kind right there. You really can't see into the keyway. Yeah, you can. There's a tiny crack. But you really have to push that rubber out of the way. And when you do, then, I know it's hard for you to see, but I don't have another hand to put a flashlight in there. When you push that rubber flap out of the way, then you can see these little sliders. I see 3 on that side, and obviously there better be 3 up there too. I see 2 up there. Yeah, I'm assuming there's a 3rd one behind that rubber on that side. All right, so I can tell you right away, just from playing with this, that my, come here you, tensioner probably will get caught. See how it gets caught? And that's why I was concerned with that reduced diameter, because it's got to go beneath the shield in order to turn. I can't do that when it's wedged up like that. And if I put it in the middle like this, it's going to block out at least 3 of those sliders. So what I need to do, I'm going to get a piece of windshield wiper, and I'm going to cut a slot in it so that it will clear that plate right there. So let me go cut that, and I'll come back and show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys, there's what I'm talking about. Basically a regular tensioner with a little groove cut in there so that it kind of bypasses this metal plate on the top. Let's see if I can hold him like this, slide him in there. And I think you can see below that plate now he starts to tension the core. Whereas if he was any higher like that, it would get wedged against that metal plate. It would not work. So that's kind of when I was studying that key. The only problem I can see with this idea is that it has to be a little bit wider than the keyway to get tension. And because of that angle, the 2 rightmost pins, the one on the top right is covered up by the tensioner, and the one on the bottom right is actually having the tensioner cammed against it. Might be a little hard to pick. I will need a pick, and I will use, let's see, I'm trying to see these through the camera. That's not it. This is what I started with, though. This is a Sparrow's, it's a bypass knife. And all I did to pick those Chinese sliders is I took one of those bypass knives and just cut that little tip, just flattened it a little bit. And I think that will be perfect to push these guys down. So let's start with this. Get out of the way. I am going to put, look at my finger, look at that dent. Very, very heavy tension. I'm going to bully this guy. Try anyway. All right, so push that rubber thing out of the way. Get lined up, and let's see what we got here. There's top left. Got a little click out of him. Got a little click out of him. Okay, I can't get the top right one, so let's go start on the bottom left. Push that rubber dude out of the way. He's still springy. And dang it, he's still springy too. All right, so these 2 are set. Those 2 are springy, and these 2 are not accessible with our it was a great plan, but now we got to come with a backup. And what I'll do is put the tensioner in the middle, like right there, and apply tension to them to hold it. Now, if I can pick those two rightmost sliders, you can see that that fat tensioner with the red band on it should be able to rotate through that slot. This is my backup plan, right? All right, so heavy tension still. Let's try to find a slider. He's still springy. Here's one. Okay, he gave me a little bit. Okay, he's binding. Oops. I can't quite get on him. I don't know why. I think I'm too far to the right. Come on, move that rubber thing out of the way. He's still springy. All right, well, let's go back to our original tensioner. Make sure he's got good tension. Remove that guy and go back and look at those two on the bottom left and see if they're binding yet. Okay, he's binding. Okay, I felt a little turn on the core there. He's binding. And I mashed him all the way to the bottom. I got nothing. No turn on the core. All right, so let's go back at those other two. Again, we got to put them right in the center. Hold that. Okay, musicals. Okay, I felt a turn on the core. Nice click. Let me check that bottom guy. He's good. We do have a false set. Let me take a look at that. It might be open. Maybe that's tensioner's jamming up. Let's put our good tensioner in there. Nope. It's not open, but we darn sure have a good false set. Let's look around in here. I don't see anybody obviously sticking up. So let's just randomly grab them and shove them. It's like clearing out a bar, right? Those are all set. Those are all set. Nope. I think we lost our tension there for a sec. I think we got to open and put the good tensioner in there. And there we go. Wow, that was a little more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, he was jamming up, but it was, if he'd been a little thinner, I don't think he would have been able to turn in the keyway. But you can see how that tensioner kind of worked to turn beneath that restrictive plate. And we do have an open. Let's take a look at this guy. Unfortunately, I wasn't planning ahead and lay this out, but there it is. Let's take a look. All right, that's interesting. The restrictive plate does not have that little security, little tit that hangs out there to fit into a hole. So you could probably have taken, let me put him there for just a second. We probably could have taken a screwdriver and put it beneath there and pried him off. Okay, what do we have? Let me grab some tweezers so my fat finger doesn't get into your way. All right, we have this little metal restrictor here. Looks like it only goes on one way. We have our weatherproof doodad. So there's no great technology there. It just opens up when you, yeah, just a little slit. And then this guy, let's see if he pops out. He does. Cool. Okay, we have a plastic actuator. And I got no idea what's going to happen here, guys. Stay with me. This is a plastic clip on the bottom, and I've got a feeling if we pop that off of there, it will not be good news. So let's do it. All right, this guy is a little greasy. So pop that clip. Pop that clip. And yeah, it's not going to be good news at all. We have a bunch of springs pushing against the bottom of that. I'm not going to ruin the lock. Oh, yes, I am. It's only 20 bucks, 25 bucks. All right, let me move all this crap out of the way. I'm sorry, stuff out of the way. Let's get a tray in here and see how this thing works. Where'd those tweezers go? All right, I don't know any neat way to do this, so let's do it like this. All right, so I see another little plastic clip. And again, I'd be willing to bet these two plastic clips hold the 3 pins on that side, and that plastic clip holds the 3 on that side. Let me mash on them with my, see if they're still spring-loaded. No, they're not. Well, then why don't you just come on out of there? And he is. There he is. He's coming out. Nothing to it. I'm probably going to fast forward this so you guys don't have to endure this misery. All right, guys, these are actually the sidebars. These little, I thought they were plastic, but these are actually metal. And the metal fits into, let me hold this up here. You can see each of these has little grooves cut into the side of them at different heights. There, real high. And they're actually numbered. There's a number 5, number 1, number 8. So I guess if you knew what you were doing, which I clearly do not, you could probably put these guys back together. And these little sidebars, this little cutout on the back of here actually fits into those slots. When the key pushes them down to the exact depth they need to be, they'll align, the thing will retract, and then you can, of course, rotate that core. Very cool design. The thing is, there are no false gates. So by putting very heavy tension on this thing, you're able to bind it up and you can force it. And as soon as the binding one reaches the shear line or reaches that slot, it'll force that sidebar into that groove. All you need to do is just create a little tensioner like this, and you can make it happen. Anyway, guys, there you go. The new Brady SafeKey. Very cool lock. Took a little while to figure out, but hey, we finally got it. Appreciate your time, guys. Stay safe. Stay legal. All right, guys, in the interest of science, we're going to do something different here. I got it all back together, except I didn't put the sliders back in. The key works, but any key would work at this point because there are no sliders in there. Let me make sure he's in the right way here. There we go. So it does work. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to lock him back up, get in there, move out the key. And what I was concerned with is there was no security tit on this armor plate. So it looks to be mild steel, not hardened steel like some of the better ones. I'll move this out of the way because I'm probably going to be breaking some stuff. I'm going to take my screwdriver and I'm just going to jam him in that hole and just kind of pry that dude right out of there, maybe. Get that out of there. See if I can get this to lever a little better. And pry him all the way out of the way. Yeah, so then you can pull out your core and turn your actuator. It's probably going to take a smaller screwdriver because of the size of that actuator, but There you go. There's how you open it. It is only intended as a lockout lock, so not really intended for security, but I would think they'd be just a little bit, I mean, it wouldn't have cost that much to put a little tit and make it like all other American locks by putting that little tab right there. Anyway, there you go, the Brady SafeKey. Thanks, guys. Now you broke it, Bill. In the interest of science, really?